What is up, YouTube? It is Mr. Ferguson back once again. Thank you so much for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina. We're in the middle of spring. We are the weekend before Easter, and it's Masters Week. I can't believe I've forgotten to mention on any of my videos about Masters Week. I always look forward to Masters Week. I am rooting for the guys. I love watching the competition. As I said in the live stream over on the, that we did last week, man, I really, one time in my life, want to step my foot on Augusta National's property. So hook me up, somebody out there. I actually went to my AIT for the military in Augusta at Fort Gordon, but I wasn't really into golf back then. So I was actually there in 2005 when a certain man named Tiger Woods won. And so, yeah, but wasn't big into golf at that time because I just left home, went to the military. It's a big deal. The Iraq War was going on. So there's a lot more going on in my life than thinking about golf. But now, like, man, I was right there at Augusta for, I think, 17 weeks, 20 weeks, and drove by it probably all the time and never went. But anyways, but thank you guys for tuning in. You're not here for golf, you're here for lawn care. So let's jump into it. Just quickly recapping, it looks like 7-day forecast, guys. No more 90s. We're going to be lucky to get into the 70s for the next 7 days. So the heat wave that we had was literally at the time when we put Velocity PM down, and then it kind of went away. So that's why today's video has changed and updated. I've got some products over here I'm going to talk about and show you here in a moment, but we're not doing a Velocity spray on the side and backyard today because of the temperature. The temperature is only going to get to a high today of around 65, so very, very cool, very spring-like, and we've got 1 or 2 days where we're going to hit 70s or mid-70s this week, so that may be opportunity to do Velocity, but after that it looks like we're going to continue on this kind of small roller coaster of staying in the 60s. So that's kind of where we are on that. That's why today we're really going to focus on just doing a luxurious spray, focusing on root growth spray, as well as adding in a little bit of N to the mix. So let's talk about that. We're going to do, I haven't done one of these sprays in a while, frankly, because I'm just getting lazy in my older years. One of the things I've got in my shed that I've not used a lot, we're going to finish off this bottle of RGS. We have used this. I use this all the time when I seed my lawn in the fall. I periodically will just do a RGS or humic spray, if you will. If you don't know about RGS, I know there's tons of mixed reviews out there about this stuff is trash, this stuff actually works, you need to buy this, you don't need to buy this, and I let everybody, you can make your own decisions on what you want to put in your lawn because it's your lawn, and you know your budget, you know how much money you're making, you know how much money you want to spend on stuff. I like RGS. I've used it at time of seeding. I have absolutely no data to show you that this stuff works. You need to buy it right now. So I'm not going to tell you that because that's up to you. The purpose, what the company says for RGS, the next line of products, this is a root growth stimulant formula for the roots of your grass. Purpose statement: adds humic acid to the soil. May increase, and it puts in there, it doesn't say does, it says may increase micronutrient uptake. So it can, it's a biostimulant. It's like taking vitamins for your body. That's what this is supposed to do. Do I have data to show you that? I do not. However, with that being said, I did come out here and take 6 plants that are St. Augustine plants, and we dipped them in RGS. We dipped them in microgreen. We dipped them in whatever we used that day. I can't remember what the products were. We dipped them in just straight water, and the water did really well. Just straight up water did really good. I think I saw a significant increase in the depth of the roots when we used RGS, and mainly the only favorite biostimulant I truly have, which is CK. I truly saw a difference personally in that test we did last summer with the St. Augustine. When we did RGS, we did CK. There was the roots seemed to have gotten a little bit fatter on the St. Augustine plant, and it looked like it was trying to drive deeper to the best that we could test here in my backyard in Central North Carolina. But sea kelp is supposed to help. The idea is the kelp helps our fescue plant because the ocean is a very, the environment of the ocean is ridiculous, right? It's tough. It's difficult. You got waves, you got animals, you got creatures, you got all this activity happening in the ocean. So they derive sea kelp in this extract this formula. It's also a little bit as in RGS, but this is straight sea kelp. That's why it's a 005, and it says may increase microbe food. So that's what it is, the uptake of the plant. That's the goal here. So is this something that you need to buy from me or any other YouTuber to have a nice lawn? Absolutely not. Is this something that may help your lawn to develop deeper roots, and when summer comes, it can possibly help that it may not kill it off? It's possible. Yes, it is possible. But I'm not going to give anybody this is exactly what this does. I have scientific proof. I buy this because I have proof it does it. I don't have that for you. And I know others out there will say the same thing. There are skeptics. I'm skeptical about the dethatch product. I'm skeptical about the Air 8 product. I'm skeptical about biostimulants in general, and I think everybody should be, because we don't want to buy stuff that does not work. When I use Green Effect with what, 6% iron, 7% nitrogen, and I apply that and I come back and look at my lawn in 6 hours, it's turned a greener color because of that iron. It's physically doing something that visually I can see, man, that product, I like it. It did something. I wanted a darker lawn in the heat of the summer, and it provided it for me. It darkened it up to look nice. So we don't get that with biostimulants that we're putting in the soil necessarily, although obviously we can do a soil test. How are we going to see in the soil test though that RGS and CK has made a difference? I don't know. Comment that below if you know, but I don't know. The hope and the goal is, number one, I already own these because I bought them, but through my testing, personally, I just like to say in the beginning of this video, no, you don't have to buy these. I would encourage you to try them out yourself. Do your own test. If you want to buy St. Augustine plants off Amazon and test each one, I would be curious of your results. But I really do truly feel like CK and RGS together, that's what the spray is today. I'm putting CK and RGS in my backpack sprayer for my entire lawn to hope any of the, if you guys remember, right when we started spring, I bought a 10-pound bag of GCI turf, and I said, I'm just spreading this out there just in case it catches, it germinates, and it fills in. Well, that seed really needs as much help as possible. It needs water. We've had lots of water and rain this spring, so the Lord has helped me with that. And this hopefully will help some of those baby roots of the good grass to help drive them down deeper. Mowing does that, as well as hopefully the sea kelp helps the roots. So that's the hope, and that's the goal, and that's the reason I'm doing this in my lawn. I've laid off biostimulants personally. You guys know that have been watching my channel. I've laid off biostimulants for like 2 years and not really done anything. This is the first time I've done biostimulants here in my lawn and not the project lawn in many months. I do it at time of seeding. I feel like the RGS is great to put down at time of seeding, and I've just done that more out of habit than seeing like this makes a difference. But we've also talked about propiconazole, the fungicide. It helps with germination of grass seed. Did you know that? Some people, most of y'all heard me say that. I've looked that fact up. It is true. And so sometimes I'll put some propiconazole in my RGS mix, in sometimes what has been my liquid fertilizer when I plant my grass seed, in hopes that some of that will give me the best success of growing grass in my lawn. So take with that what you will. If some of you guys are doing spring, you know, up north, they still got snow. They're just now they're way behind us here in North Carolina, which is why I think they follow, because I'm kind of ahead of them. But if you're seeding in the spring, you may want to consider some propiconazole. We'll put it in the description. You may want to consider some CK to get your roots give you the best chance for success. We'll put the CK description and the RGS in the description if you're interested. Also, while we mix this up and spray it, I'm doing a little bit of something that has been sitting in my lawn or in my shed for I think 2 years now. It's all polleny and dusty, and it feels like it's hard as a rock, but straight up Lawn Supply 2100 22% sulfur. This is basically Stay Green in a powdery form, and it comes from Lawn Supply Company. I can't remember. You guys will have to remind me where that comes from. It may be the Ryan Knorr, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, so don't crucify me if I'm wrong on that. Guaranteed analysis is 21% nitrogen, 21 soluble nitrogen, sulfur 22% derived from ammonium sulfate. And basically it says dissolve 8 ounces of AMS in 1 or more gallons of water to cover 1,000 square feet. Applications should be watered in as soon as possible, and higher rates can be applied if higher carrier volumes are used, do not exceed 1 pound per 1,000 square feet. I am not even going to really measure it. I'm putting a minuscule amount because you guys know we've done the Stay Green. The Stay Green looks great. The lawn color looks great. I like it a little bit darker, but also we've talked about how pushing more fert, pushing more nitrogen also can push more POA-TRIV, and it's beginning to pop up more. So I'm just putting just a little bit, eyeballing a little bit to throw in with my biostimulants behind me, but I just want to put a little bit of nitrogen in there just because while I'm doing a spray, I want to put as much stuff down that I feel like is necessary or can be put down at the same time with one fell swoop, if you will. So that's the kind of the video. So it's a video where it's not necessary. You don't have to go out on your Saturday and do any of this, and your lawn can look just fine. So don't take it as you got to do what Mr. Ferguson's doing or your lawn's not going to look good. That is not true at all. But I would encourage you to consider RGS, consider CK, consider Lawn Supply Company. I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. I just purchased it to try it out. We've tried it. I was actually looking on my phone. The reason why I grabbed that is I was looking on my phone at a short where I did a short video of my lawn after using straight up 2100 from Lawn Supply Company, and it looked amazing. The grass looked incredible. I think my blades were very sharp, and the mow looked great from the mower, but also the color of the fert with the Lawn Supply is great. So if you want to look up Lawn Supply Company, I'll put that link in the description as well. I get nothing from that. It's just for your information if you're interested, but I would encourage you to look at the Stay Green, which is pretty much the same thing, 40-pound bag, and you can find it at your local Lowe's, and they'll probably deliver it to you as well. This can come in the mail as well. So just for the record, I don't show a lot of my sprays as far as up close, you know, getting close to the nozzles and everything. I say this repetitively, but the nozzles I use come from GCI Turf. They're handmade by Pete Denny over at GCI Turf, the owner, a friend of mine, or I consider him a friend, and I believe he's got a patent now on some of his handmade nozzles. So that's why, you know, I'll show you guys me spraying, but we're on like what the nozzle looks like and all the construction components of it. We don't show that. So like I said, we did about 4 to 5 ounces of CK. Basically poured in the rest of the RGS, and it only equaled to about 32 ounces, maybe a little less. So we're dividing that up in our 8,200 square foot lawn, complete total. And then we added in I just eyeballed some AMS to put in there, some 2100 powder, and blended that up with my drill, with my paint stirrer, and blended it all together with 4 gallons of water. Now we're going to evenly try to walk and spread that among the lawn. So I'm going to do that here in a second. I'm going to save you from watching that and from having to add music. But the main point of this video is what I'm putting down, why I'm putting it down, and my thoughts towards these products. That's the main thing. It's not really teaching you how to spray your yard. That's not the point of this video. I'm going to go deliver it to the lawn now, and then probably, because of what the AMS label said, I need to water it in if I'm going to be successful with this. I do see dark clouds around, but I don't think it's supposed to rain. Yesterday we had on and off rain all day. I wish I would have done this yesterday, but didn't have the chance to do that. So that's the point of the video. So I hope that makes sense. If you got questions, ask them below. If you have thoughts, please deliver those thoughts below. And always, you guys do a great job of this, but be kind in the comments and help out a buddy. If you see them asking questions or need help them out with your thoughts. Congratulations to the Masters champion blank, whoever wins, Bryson DeChambeau. Congratulations for winning the Masters. I'm so proud of you. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm hoping today on Saturday he moves in the right direction. Scotty kind of went backwards on Friday, so he's making me a little nervous. But you never know. It might be a Rory win. I'm thinking between Scotty, Rory, and DeChambeau. I just think one of them 3 are going to pull it out. So there's my prediction on Saturday morning. So let me know in the comments. Roast me if I'm incorrect. I'm going to go spray this, watch the Masters, and go hit some balls on the range and wear myself out. So from Central North Carolina, God bless you. We'll see you next time. All right, let's go.